Wendall Thomas. I write the Sid Redondo mysteries, and I started out as a screenwriter. So I thought today I would offer a tip that's really helpful with screenwriting, but that I've found really helpful with novel writing as well, which is to have a strong midpoint. And by a midpoint, I mean a huge reversal in the middle of the book where your character has to change their approach. So I'll take a movie example. If you have something like Fatal Attraction, so it will always work in a thriller. Michael Douglas meets Glenn Close's character. He decides to have a weekend with her, but his goal is to have his wife never find out. And so his plan is just to ignore her. His plan A is to ignore her and she'll go away. They're both adults. At the midpoint of Fatal Attraction, she shows up and she says, A, I'm pregnant, B, it's yours, and C, I'm keeping it. So the whole ignore her and she'll go away, it does not work. It's basically destroyed. And so as he moves into the second half of the film, he has the same goal, which is to keep his marriage intact, but his approach now has to change. His approach now is like, keep her as far away from the family as possible. And of course, that's disastrous because of the whole bunny boiling thing, but that's for another lecture. But what you're looking for is something at the middle of your book that will force your character to reverse their approach, something that destroys plan A, if you will. And the three things that this really can help you with is, first of all, it'll give you something to write to and away from. So you don't just have this huge glob of desert in the middle of your book. Second, it keeps you from having double beats, because since your character has to take a different approach, they can't do exactly the same thing. So they'll have to do something different in the second half of the book, which helps a lot. And the third benefit of that is that since they are taking a different approach, and as plan B is always more stressful than plan A, you're going to be able to reveal more layers of your character through that second approach that perhaps were not revealed in the first half. So I think those are three benefits that really help. You can think of it as the iceberg in Titanic in the middle of your novel. But I'm a pantser, but sometimes the only thing I do is really figure out the midpoint. And if I have that, then I can do my book. So if that's helpful to you, just to have something, that iceberg, then try to use that or give it a try. But thanks so much for listening, and happy writing.